5 wins on the spin for Arsenal. It is significant. They are back into the top 4, and being there means something. Bumping Manchester United out of those positions is significant, and I believe now that it is their spot to lose. I was proved wrong. I didn't think Arteta had it in him. I certainly didn't think he had the minerals to put a run together like this. 5 on the bounce. We cannot underestimate that. That is significant. It's huge from Mikel Arteta, and I have to admit, I didn't think this was going to happen. I didn't think that they would be able to string a run like this together. I didn't think that they would be able to look so complete, so young, so hungry, so up for it. Arteta has done very, very well, even without the spectacular that happened last week. Last week against Watford, it was just goals galore, beautiful, beautiful moves, beautiful strikes, beautiful interchanges, and you're thinking, okay, it's glorious, it's glamorous, let's see this continue. It didn't, but it didn't matter. They didn't need to be as spectacular because they were totally in control. From start to finish, they were totally in control. I thought Thomas Partey just dictated the play, and I mean, Martin Odegaard is silk, isn't he? He is pure silk. I mean, totally dominates the midfield, totally dictates the play, is totally responsible for everything creative and beautiful that Arsenal do. And they do a lot of it. And this entire team now, it's so cohesive. It's amazing. It's amazing. And anyone, particularly Arsenal fans who want to be in the comments here, I didn't think you had it in you. I really didn't. I didn't think that this was going to be possible. But you are now such a young team, but the experienced players are doing their bit. You know, previous generations, the older, more experienced players have been a problem. Wherever you sit on the fence, it's been a problem. Aubameyang, problem. Ozil, problem. Whereas the older players in this team now, they seem to be really beneficial and really generous to the younger players. You know, you look at somebody like Lacazette today, took that penalty beautifully, got into a bit of a war with Kasper Schmeichel, which I think played into Arsenal's hands. Intelligent play from Lacazette, but is really generous and really open and really giving to his team. And this is a strong team, and I believe now, I can't believe I'm saying it, but I believe now that it's Arsenal's to lose. Because, of course, they have a really tough game. In fact, I think they lose in the week. They're playing Liverpool, and regardless of how good Arsenal are, I think this Liverpool team are just sensational. But it doesn't matter. They've got the games in hand. They've got the points on the board. It doesn't matter, because after that, it's the likes of Villa, Brighton, Palace, all perfect opposition. Because whatever happens, we sort of know, don't we, where Brighton are going to finish this season. We sort of know where Palace are going to finish this season. So this fixture isn't really, or this run of fixtures isn't really that difficult for Arsenal. Look, I'm not suggesting that these players are going to be on the beach, as the old adage goes, but I just mean they're not going to be playing for their lives because there is no jeopardy. And if you're really competing for this to win the Premier League, or you're competing for Europe, or you're fighting relegation, of course you're going to be tooth and nail for every point. Whereas Arsenal's fixtures are very winnable because they're playing teams, firstly, that they will be, even if it was very competitive. But look, Villa will want to secure the points. Steven Gerrard will be up for that. Patrick Vieira against his old club, of course he will have a point to prove, and Brighton go into every game desperate to win it. But do you know what I mean? I hope I'm making myself clear here. I just think that the fixtures are very, very good for Arsenal. And by that point, I think that they could be out of sight. If they do lose to Liverpool and win those games, I think that they could be out of sight. And more fire to them. This is the best that Arsenal have looked in a long time. And it brings us on to quite an interesting debate. Let me ask you the question before I give my opinions on this. And I am very interested to hear your thoughts on this one. Are Arsenal punching above their weight? Should Arsenal be doing this, or are they achieving more than we perhaps expected them to? I think part of the reason that they're where they are is because of the underachievers. Manchester United, Tottenham haven't turned up this season really, so Arsenal are there, and fair play to them. But they are also Arsenal Football Club. They are Arsenal Football Club, and they should be striving for the best. And I believe that they are probably punching above their weight. They are, if they win their games in hand. They are in touching distance of Chelsea in third. Nobody really expected that. So I think that I have to eat a little bit of humble pie here, because Arsenal have surprised me. I didn't anticipate this resoluteness that they have, this keenness that they have, this rhythm that they have. And if Arsenal make it into the Champions League, it's going to be huge for them. It will be the first time in 6 years that they've made it. Not since Wenger. In fact, that would have been the season that Leicester won the league. Not since Leicester won the league have Arsenal made it into the Champions League spaces. And that season, they finished second, didn't they? I remember on the last day, they finished second. And actually, that year, Leicester won the league. I think they only lost 3 games that year. Arsenal beat them twice. Arsenal beat them home and away. So much has happened since then. But if you think about how important it would be for them to make it into the Champions League this year, it would be such a statement. And it would also have ramifications, because presumably it will mean Manchester United, Tottenham, whoever else, do not make it. So if they make it, the recruitment in the summer for Arsenal is going to be key. Mikel Arteta has got it right so far. You know, people will flag the money that he spent, but I think he spent it very well. His recruitment has been good. You know, you look at Ødegaard, brilliant signing. Ramsdale was ridiculed, been a very good signing. Tomiyasu, decent. Ben White, people were saying, you know, 3rd best defender from Brighton and all that. Brilliant. And he needed it, because I didn't think he was particularly good against Watford. But I thought he was brilliant today. Absolutely shone. Probably man of the match, actually. I will probably award Ben White man of the match. Gabriel, another good signing. There are examples that Mikel Arteta can get it right. And I think they're going to have to. Because if this team, they weren't expecting to make it into the Champions League. You know, it's a process. They're building. If this team make it into the Champions League, I wonder how it will go. Can you believe the conversation that we're having here? When is this? 6 minutes in, I'm going to put this in the comments. Can you believe the conversation that we're having? I'm now exploring if this Arsenal team can make it and how far they can make it in the Champions League. I got it wrong, all right? I got it wrong. I'm really, really surprised at quite how impressive this Arsenal team have been. But if they make it into the Champions League, I wonder how far they go. Because they're going to have to spend some money. Because what they don't want to do is get launched out early. You know, they're in the Europa League in February if it goes wrong. Or they're conceding 20 goals to Bayern Munich over 2 legs or something ridiculous. So they're going to have to spend, but they have money. And they have a manager that has proved that he can spend money. I can't believe it. It's amazing. It's amazing what they have done, Arsenal. And fair play to them. And I really didn't see it coming. On top of it all, though, we must acknowledge Brendan Rodgers. Deary me, it's so bad. They created next to nothing. I mean, there was that amazing save in the first half, wasn't there? Ramsdale saved it. I think it was Harvey Barnes. But apart from that, there's just nothing. They're so lacklustre. They're so shoddy at the back, conceding goals, set pieces all the time. This has been an issue for Brendan Rodgers from day dot. He has never been able to sort a defence out. And they had the audacity in the Premier League to rest players for the Conference League. Brendan Rodgers at least pretended he didn't know what the Conference League was, and has had the audacity to rest players from a league game at Arsenal. It's so shoddy. And look, you know, they've beaten Rennes. They have a chance of winning. So I get it. But come on. This is just poor from them. I really think it is. And Arsenal was so dominant. Leicester had 6 shots. Arsenal had 21. And it's all very well for Brendan Rodgers to be livid at the end, you know, having an argument with the ref, and Schmeichel's having an argument with the ref. I'm not even sure why. Maybe about the Lacazette run-up. I think that they thought that the Lacazette run-up wasn't quite right. The stutter. But there was no reason to complain. He stuttered, but he never stopped. If you don't stop, therefore, if your momentum is consistently forward, it's a goal. But we don't need to focus on Leicester. We know who they are. We know where they are. But we do need to focus on Arsenal. Because it's impressive. Very, very impressive. There we go. Let me know your thoughts. Arsenal in the Champions League, eh? Can you Adam and Eve it? I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a like. Please click subscribe and have a wonderful Sunday night. Ta-da.